Hi, second graders. We're almost at the end of our weather research project. We're going to do two more sections where we're adding information and writing into sentences. And then over the next few days, I'm going to show you how to write all of this information into one big report. And then you will get to record this as a weather reporter. So let's just go on to our last section. Is there something you should never do if this extreme weather occurs? Looking at my safety section, I remember learning about conserving water and that you should have extra plants. You should plant trees and bushes, build dams, have food and supplies, and not use too much water. So, is there something you should never do if this extreme weather occurs? If droughts occur, you should never use too much water. You should also not go outside during droughts. I think that's all the information that I have there. And then, are there any interesting related stories about your extreme weather? A well-known drought was the Dust Bowl, which I wrote down here. I don't remember a lot of that information, so I am going to go to my Epic books and go back into my book to find the information that I want to write about the Dust Bowl. So going back into Epic, um, yes, there is an interesting related story about extreme weather. There was a drought that is known as the Dust Bowl. Because it's been a few days, I'm going to go into my Epic. Oh, and what's happening here? Epic. Huh. Educators, my account. Sorry about that. Okay, going into my books on Epic that I had read last week. And again, you can do this at any time. And going to look for my library. Search droughts. Okay. Really quickly going, oh, here we go, right up for me. Between 1934 and 1937, there was a drought in the Great Plains. It was known as the Dust Bowl. Okay, so I'm going to use that information to write in my section. Between 1934 and 1937, this was between 1934 and 1937. There was a drought in the Great Plains. The wind picked up from the dirt from the fields and carried high into the air. Large clouds of dirt blew through the country. They suffocated animals and made it hard for people to breathe. Okay, so let me think about a way to summarize that all into one or two sentences. So, there was a drought in the Great Plains between 1934 and 1937. It is known as the Dust Bowl. What happened? The wind was strong and picked up the dust from the ground. There were large clouds of dust covering the area. Okay, so what I did there was I had to go back into my Epic books to get myself more information because I had forgotten it, and you are allowed to do that. You can absolutely go through and look at your books that you'd already read to add any more information. So you're just adding, is there something you should never do if this extreme weather occurs? And are there any interesting related stories about your extreme weather? Put that information there. Go back into your Epic books if you need to to get more information. Happy writing!